Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Widgets and Wonders. This is my show about great products from small companies. Now today we're going to take a look at some crazy, chaosy, post-apocalyptic-y tech mats from GameMat.eu, along with some cool new pre-painted tech terrain to go with them. Perfect for Kill Team, 40k, or any kind of sort of like, I guess, more Silent Hill-y, post-apocalyptic-y, crazy alien or demon monster, almost like a Doom setting terrain setups that you want to put together. So let's take a look at it right now. So here are the Necropolis game mats and terrain sets with some of my miniatures here for scale, so you guys can get an idea of how big it is. This is one set of each. This is the 6x4 Necropolis mat and one set of the pre-painted Necropolis terrain. So you get a good amount of terrain here, and what's cool about it is it's all very chunky. So like, you have some serious line of sight block across the middle of the table here in these structures. These are well tall enough to hide a rhino, and I'm pretty sure even a dread. Yep, he'll hide right behind that. And this is actually tall enough to block a knight. A knight will easily hide in behind these big chunky walls and stuff too. So just to give you an idea of scale, there's some Mechanicus, what is that, Vanguard? That was the Vanguard? Yeah, it was the Vanguard. I think the Rangers, maybe Skitarii Rangers. And some Ruststalkers here to give you sort of an idea of scale, along with some Marines and a Dread. And then over here, Shock Jump Dragsta and some bikes. Basically, common 40k sizes that were on the shelf next to me when I set all this up. This also comes in 3x3 handily enough for doing skirmish size games. So if you want to play it in a smaller scale and stuff too, you have a smaller mat design available too. It actually kind of reminds me of a level from Doom. Like, that's what it feels like to me. It's got a very Doom vibe to it, or kind of a what was that movie, Event Horizon-y thing happening, where like monsters have gotten into the technology and it's not gone very well. Or like evil Silent Hill, where like you break open the walls and there's something bad growing inside of them. You can even kind of see it through the grill. So it's got that cool shadow effect where like it's under there. You don't want to break off the pieces of deck plating and go inside to fix whatever that is. My favorite feature actually in this whole set though is this in the Necropolis terrain set, which is the weird, like literally Doom monster that's encased in plastic basically. It's like a little tank or whatever. It's all pre-painted out of the box. I've done nothing to alter any of these products. So you can see it's prime black, given a metallic dry brush, then given like a metallic overbrush with like some gold color to make like the techie bits kind of stand out. And then the tech, like the sort of like the consoles and stuff are just picked out in a sort of like slime green to make everything kind of pop. cool, I was gonna say the palette on this, it definitely has like a Silent Hill sort of feel to it. There's even some like weird chaos graffiti sort of like scrolled around, as well as some sort of pentagrams and weird stuff. So like you could easily use this if you wanted to use their Chem Zone bulkheads as well, the Necromunda ones, to make like a weird chaosy Necromunda hive, because it is gridded out in, I believe, 2-inch squares. I guess it's about a 2-inch increment or whatever. So yeah, so really nice. And again, if you wanted to get this ready to go, they have like just the ability to open up and play. Like you can play a 40k game just with the mat and the set really easily, and have more than enough terrain for a decent terrain layout, blocking line of sight across the table. It is all modular, so you get some low walls here. I think you get 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 2 of the big chunky pillars. You get 2 of the big sort of like, I guess what would you call this? An R. Or maybe you could call it a J. It doesn't stand up like that. Overhang pieces, and then 4 of these little catwalky walkways and stuff too. So if you didn't want to set them up as like catwalks, you could as well. But I think they make just as good sort of like, I guess, just like tech things coming out of the ground. And then you get 2 of the encased aliens, and I believe 4 of these little machine gizmos that you could even use as objectives if you wanted to have them be too. They're like almost like hatches. You see, it's got like a turny thing for the hatch. So either put them up as doors on something, or have them be hatches sticking out of the ground. It's another great offering, pre-painted for those who don't want to build their own terrain. Like I said, ready to go right out of the box. You can play a 40k game on this, no problem, and have lots of line of sight block, and just be ready to rock and roll and play. And if you're playing skirmish games, there's something you want like a Hellscape for, like a techie Hellscape. They've got a great 3x3 as well. So there it is, the Necropolis battle mat and terrain set from GameMat.eu. So you have another great product from a small company. Now, if you know of a product you think deserves more attention, you can have them email me at guerrillaminiaturegames@gmail.com, or Facebook message me at facebook.com/outofthebasement into the streets, and I'll put it in front of as many people as possible. We'll see you next time for more Widgets and Wonders. Till then, I'm Ash. Have more gaming.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.